G'day there, welcome to this Mark's Reviews and Tutorials video. I'm going to talk to you about all-wheel drive BMWs. As a matter of fact, this goes for pretty much all all-wheel drive vehicles. When you're driving through all four wheels, you've actually got a diff in the back and a transfer case transferring some power to the front, some to the back. And this is all variable. Now, I've had a lot of BMWs. Back to an E53, we had a V8. It was xDrive as well. But with that one, I would put brand new tires on the back and have worn ones on the front. And it had the tolerance. It had the ability to flex between those, no worries. Now, these two here, these are both LCI. So like 2014, 2015, 2016, these two are both 2015. The first X3 had a different headlight. It's a bit smaller, so it was an F25 X3. They were good as well. I had a gold one of those. Because I buy them at auction and do them up, I go through a few. The gold one, same thing. New front tires, new back tires. There was never an issue, no problem. I had a black X3. It had asymmetric wheels and tires. The gold one I actually bought asymmetric and put on. Never had an issue with either of those pre-LCI cars. I got my first X3 LCI, and straight up, there were problems. It had Chinese tires, and it was the jolt. If you look at have a look at the playlist at the end of this video, I go into a lot of detail about what it is and what happens. But all of a sudden, I had a fussy car. And it's interesting, those same tires on my black X3, which was pre-LCI, didn't cause a problem. On the LCI, it did. And what am I getting at here? LCIs are flopping fussy. I have just swapped the wheels front to back on this. On that previous white one where I had the problem once again, I did the same thing, front to back. This had slightly bigger tires on the front. As a matter of fact, when I bought the car, it had 4 brand new tires on it. And then I got a puncture when they were about half worn, and I didn't want to replace all 4. What I did, I bought a second-hand tire, but it was a little bit more. It was 2 mil greater in tread, and I put it on, got away with it. I did, probably 5, 6, 7,000 kilometers, no worries at all. But then it started to get the little jolt. I could feel it. And then over the last couple of weeks, it's gotten slowly worse and worse. Little jolt, tick, tick, tick. Now, I'm about to do a trip, country trip, 3 hours each way, so 6 hours on the highway. I don't want to damage my transfer case, so I knew I needed to do something about this. So I have just put the front tires on the back and the back tires on the front. Now, for those that want all of the stats, the back tires, the one of them, as I said, 4 brand new tires on this when I got it. They were 3 mil, 4 mil, 6 mil, and 8 mil. Now, 8 mil was the new tire, so it was 2 more than the other on the front, but 3, 4, 6 on the front. So the rear ones had worn uneven. Partly, I think they're Pirelli tires, but they were so new that Pirelli used to be a great Italian tire company. They've now been bought out by China now. And I had a shock and run with these tires. They've worn so incredibly quickly and unevenly. So not a fan of Pirelli anymore. Changing that one big time. Anyway, so the big ones were on the front. Smaller ones were on the back. It was causing the jolting. I have swapped front to back. So I've still got a 1 or 1.5 mil difference across the front and a 1 mil difference across the back. But swapping it front to back, putting big tires on the back, smaller tires on the front, has taken away that little transfer case, that little jolt, that little feel when you're driving, when you're accelerating. It's gone by switching them around. Now, I don't know if it's the same transfer case in this. I am saying that I'm thinking that it's a different brand or a different style of bot, but when they've gone from the pre-LCI X3 to the LCI X3, the transfer case is really fussy and really finicky. The little differences that it's picking up and not being able to cope with, for me, it's not okay. BMW, whatever that change is, there used to be a whole lot more tolerance. As I said, that E53 X5, that was an xDrive, and I had almost worn out tires on the front and replaced the rears. There was never a problem with it carrying on or ticking or anything like that. But as soon as I've gotten into the LCIs, it's a constant problem. This one's an exception. That's a 30D. It has a 6-cylinder, so maybe it's got a bigger or a different transfer case. I don't know. With this guy, the tires were uneven when I got it on this. They were brand new on the front, half worn on the back. when they wore out. Then on the front, I didn't want to put brand new on the back. Asymmetric wheels and tires, you can't swap them front to back. So I actually bought second-hand tires. I found a set, same brand, run flats, blah, 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 and I put those on the back. So, but this has never had that ticky. It's never had a problem. But I was aware of it, and I did put second-hand tires on the back so that they were the same as the ones on the front. So anyway, LCI, anything after 2015, something has changed. If you go to BMW, the first thing they'll talk about is change the oil. With that first one, we did that, took it to BMW, and they changed the oil in the transfer case. It made no difference at all because it was the tire size that was the issue. Because I had two X3s here, I put the wheels and tires off the other car onto that white one that was playing up, and it was perfect. That was asymmetric tires that were all the same diameter. If you're not too sure what I'm talking about there, have a look at the other videos. There's a link to a little playlist at the end of this video. So there it is. The LCIs are definitely fussier. And if you are having that little tick, you do need to check the tread depth of all of your tires. Again, if you've got different brands, different sizes, of course, it could be that as well. The other tires talk about it, but just because the three numbers are the same, the tire manufacturer is wildly different in the actual physical size of the tire. They're not supposed to, but they do. So brand matters. Okay, have a look at that playlist. It's coming up now. And thanks for watching.